Hello students, now I am going to discuss Cambridge IGCSE Chemistry October-November 2023 paper 23 multiple choice extended paper. October-November 2023 paper 23. Let's move. Please subscribe, like and share my channel. Number 1. A sample of gas occupies 340 centimeter cube at room temperature and pressure. The temperature and pressure are both increased. Temperature and pressure both increase. So the volume occupied by the gas remain same. So here temperature and pressure increase, but volume remain constant. Which row describes what happens to the particles' speed and the average distance between the particles in the gas when the temperature and pressure both increased? So particle speed increased as temperature and pressure increases. Particles speed rate of reaction will be increased because particles become closer, but average distance between particles remains same as volume remains same. So distance between particles remains same, unchanged, remain constant. So answer is the C. Number 2. Which substance about the rate of diffusion of gas ammonia, carbon monoxide, nitrogen and oxygen are correct? Here B is the correct answer. 1 and 3 is the correct. Why? Nitrogen and carbon monoxide will diffuse at the same rate. Nitrogen and carbon monoxide will diffuse. Diffusion will happen at the same rate. Why? You see, nitrogen N2 relative molecular mass 28, also carbon monoxide MR relative molecular mass is 28. Their relative molecular mass same, so diffusion rate will be same. And 3 is correct. Why? Ammonia will diffuse fastest because ammonia NH3 MR relative molecular mass 14 plus 3 17, nitrogen 28, carbon monoxide 28, oxygen O2 16 times 2 32 relative molecular mass. So ammonia will diffuse first. Why? Because ammonia molecule have lowest relative molecular mass. But number 2 is wrong. Why? Oxygen will diffuse slowest because it has an element, whereas others are compounds. No, diffusion will depend on the relative molecular mass. So oxygen 32, this is greater than nitrogen and carbon monoxide. So number 2 is the wrong answer. Number 3, The structure of an atom of element X is shown here. 5 proton, 6 neutron. So what is element X? It will be boron, because boron atomic number is 5, means boron has 5 proton. So A is the correct answer. Next, four. Which statement explains why isotopes of an element have the same chemical reactions? C is the correct answer, because they have same number of outer shell electrons. Isotopes chemical reactions, chemical properties depends upon the electronic configuration. So as they have same chemical reactions, so they have the same number of outer shell electrons. Their outer shell has same number of electrons. So C is the correct answer. Why is wrong? They have the different number of neutrons. No, this is wrong. They have ions with different number of electrons. This is wrong. They have the same number of proton. Chemical reactions depend upon the number of electrons in their outer shell. 5. Magnesium reacts with oxygen to form magnesium oxide. You see, magnesium reacts with oxygen to produce magnesium oxide. And what happens to magnesium atom and oxygen atom during this reaction? D is the correct answer. Magnesium loses 2 electrons and oxygen gains 2 electrons. Yes, you see, magnesium here 0 oxidation number, but here plus 2 means magnesium loses 2 electron. Oxygen here has negative 2 means oxygen gains 2 electron. Magnesium loses 2 electron to form magnesium 2 plus. Magnesium loses 2 electron to form magnesium 2 plus. Oxygen gains 2 electron to form O minus 2. So this is the correct answer. Why is wrong? Magnesium and oxygen share 2 electrons. No, the transfer of electrons, ionic compound. Magnesium gains 2 electron. No, magnesium loses 2 electron, as magnesium is a metal. C, magnesium lose 1 electron. No, magnesium group 2, so magnesium 2 plus. Magnesium oxide, magnesium is 2 plus, magnesium lose 2 electron. Next, 6. Which row about the properties of both diamond and silicon dioxide is correct? Conductor of electricity. Answer is C, no, because diamond has no free electron, silicon dioxide has no free electron. And types of molecule, both are big structure, giant covalent. So C is the correct answer. Why is wrong? Conductivity is no. Yes, this wrong. This wrong. Why this wrong? No is correct, but types of molecule simple. This is not simple molecule. Diamond and silicon dioxide. Diamond, graphite and silicon dioxide, giant covalent. Next, 7. The equation represents the reaction between solid magnesium oxide and dilute hydrochloric acid to form magnesium chloride, MgCl2 and water. Which row shows the state symbols for hydrochloric acid, magnesium chloride and water? Hydrochloric acid dilute, so it will be AQ, means aqueous, and this salt magnesium chloride is soluble in water, so it will be aqueous. Water, only water present, so water physical state at room temperature is liquid. A is the correct answer. Number 8. Which substance is a mixture? And this is the air. Air is a mixture. It contains different elements and compounds, say nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide. So this is a mixture. B is wrong answer. Graphite, oxygen, water. Water is a compound, oxygen element, graphite also element. This graphite also element because it is carbon. 9. The number of moles of atoms X, Y and Z in a compound are shown. X 0.6 mole, Y 1.2 mole, Z 0.3 mole. So what is the formula of the compound? Answer will be D. How? You see, X, Y, Z. X is 0.6 mole is given, Y 1.2 mole given, and Z 0.3 mole is given. So here smallest is 0.3. If you divide by the smallest, I mean 0.3 divided by 0.3, 1. 1.2 divided by 0.3, you get 4. 0.6 divided by 0.3, 2, whole number. So it contains 2 atom of X, Y 4 atom, Z 1 atom. So this formula will be X2, Y4, Z is 1. This is the correct answer. Number 10. One mole of silver nitrate AgNO3 contains 1.2 10 to the power 24 ions. So how many ions are there in 0.25 mole of iron 3 oxide? How many ions present? So you see, mole is given, ions mole is 0.25 times 6 into 10 to the power 23, this is Avogadro constant, times number of ions of that substance. And you see, Fe2O3 if you ionize this compound, 2 iron 3 plus 3 mole oxide ion, O minus 2 ion. So total 2 plus 3, total ions will be 5 ions. So now mole times Avogadro constant times number of ions of that substance. So here 2 iron ion, 3 oxide ion, that's why times 5, 7.5 times 10 to the power 23. Answer is the C. Now 1 question number. Concentrated aqueous magnesium bromide MgBr2 is electrolyzed using carbon electrodes, whose equations represent the reaction occurring at each electrodes. So magnesium bromide aqueous MgBr2, bromide ion, magnesium 2 plus ion, aqueous as water contains hydrogen ion plus hydroxide ion. So positive electrode means at the anode, bromide ion lose 2 electron to form bromine, and negative electrode means at the cathode hydrogen ion gains 2 electron to form hydrogen gas. So as aqueous, That's why hydrogen ion gains 2 electron. Hydrogen ion is reduced to form hydrogen, and hydrogen ion is lower in the electrochemical series, so hydrogen ion discharges first. So A is the correct answer. Then 12, aqueous copper to sulfate is electrolyzed using carbon electrodes. Which statement is correct? Aqueous copper sulfate. So as the cathode, copper ion gains 2 electron to form copper. So the blue color of solution fades as copper ion discharges. So copper ion is blue. As copper ion converted to copper, so blue color of the solution fades. Fade means decolorizes. A is wrong. Why? Bubbles of hydrogen gas are formed at the anode. No, not anode, at the cathode. Copper ion. Copper to sulfate, aqueous copper to sulfate at the cathode, and at the anode, you know, hydroxide ion oxidize, lose 2 electron to produce oxygen gas. Oxygen gas, not hydrogen. So A is the wrong. B, bubbles of oxygen gas form at the cathode, not at the cathode. Bubbles of oxygen is formed at the anode. So B also wrong. Copper is deposited at the anode. No, copper is deposited at the cathode, because at the cathode reduction reaction occur. Copper ion reduced to produce copper. This reaction happen at the cathode, not at the anode. So A, B, C wrong. D is the correct answer. Next, you see, when water is added to anhydrous iron 3 chloride, this is APCl3, this is anhydrous iron 3 chloride, hydrated iron 3 chloride is formed. This is the hydrated APCl3.6H2O, hydrated iron 3 chloride. Which reaction pathway diagram represent the formation of anhydrous iron 3 chloride in the reverse reaction? So this forward reaction is as energy is given out, so this is exothermic reaction. So reverse reaction will be endothermic reaction. So B is the right answer. This is the reactant for reverse reaction. This is the product. So reactant has less energy, product has more energy, so this is endothermic reaction. And A is wrong. Why? This is reactant, so this is wrong. And C is exothermic reaction, so this is wrong. D also exothermic reaction, this is wrong. Next, you see, ethene reacts with hydrogen to produce ethane. The bond energies, bond enthalpy values are given, bond and their bond and energy or enthalpy values are given. What is the energy change for this reaction? You know, delta H equal bond broken energy minus bond form energy. If you calculate, you will get negative 124 kilojoule per mole. So B is the right answer. How you see? Here ethene ethene hydrogen to produce ethane. Now you see carbon carbon double bond 1, so 610 plus carbon hydrogen bond 1 2 3 4, 4 times 410 plus hydrogen bond 1 times 436 minus bond broken. Here carbon carbon single bond 1, so minus 350 minus carbon hydrogen bond 1 2 3 4 5 6, 6 times 410 minus 1 to 4 kilojoule per mole. So B is the right answer, correct answer. Next 15. Statements about 4 different acids are listed. A 0.1 mole per dm cube solution of hydrochloric acid pH 2, because hydrochloric acid is strong acid, pH 2, and 0.01 mole per dm ethanoic acid has a pH 3.4 because ethanoic acid is a weak acid. Now hydrobromic acid also strong acid, pH will be 2. Ethanoic acid is a slightly stronger acid than trimethyl ethanoic acid. So trimethyl ethanoic acid is a weak acid than ethanoic acid. What are the pH values? 0.01 mole per hydrobromic acid is a strong acid, so as pH will be 2. B is the right answer. And 0.01 mole per trimethyl ethanoic acid is a weak acid compared to ethanoic acid, so this pH value will be more than 3.5, so 3.4, so 3.4 more value is 3.5. That's why B is the right answer. Next, anhydrous cobalt chloride is blue. This is blue and turns pink when water is added. This is pink. Hydrated cobalt chloride is pink. How is this reaction reverse? So this is a reversible reaction. If you give heat, this hydrated cobalt chloride break down to produce cobalt chloride, anhydrous cobalt chloride and 6 mole water. So answer will be heating, by heating. This reaction can be reversed by heating. By heating. Now the reaction between hydrogen and nitrogen is reversible. Nitrogen and hydrogen to produce ammonia. This is reversible reaction. And forward reaction is exothermic reaction, means delta H value will be negative. So which change to the condition would increase the yield of ammonia? So B is the right answer. Why? If you increasing pressure, equilibrium will moves to the lower number of moles, and you count it. Left side 1 mole nitrogen, 3 mole hydrogen, total 4 mole. Right side has 2 mole. Right side has less number of moles. So if you increase pressure, equilibrium will move from left to right and yield of ammonia will be increased. B is the right answer. Ethanol can be turned into ethanoic acid, ethanol, by passing it over hot copper to oxide. Ethanol convert to ethanoic acid by passing over hot copper to oxide. What is this type of reaction? You see, this is redox reaction. Why? Ethanol oxidized to ethanoic acid because oxygen is added. Copper to oxide reduced to copper because oxygen is removed. So B is the right answer. Ethanol oxidized because oxygen is added. Copper to oxide is reduced because oxygen is removed. So B is the correct answer, redox reaction. 19. When heated strongly, silicon 4 oxide reacts with carbon here to produce silicon and carbon monoxide. Which term describes what happens to silicon dioxide? And you see, silicon dioxide converted to silicon, that means silicon dioxide lose oxygen, so silicon dioxide is reduced, means reduction. As silicon dioxide lose oxygen, so here silicon dioxide is, or silicon 4 oxide is reduced. What term describe what happens to the silicon 4 oxide? Silicon 4 oxide is reduced, this means reduction reaction occur. A is wrong. Thermal decomposition means by breakdown of a compound by supplying heat. So this is wrong. Neutralization, no. Acid reacts with alkali to produce salt and water. This is neutralization. Oxidation, here carbon is oxidized, but question is asking what happens to the silicon 4 oxide, that's why reduction. Number 20. Which statement about aqueous weak acid is correct? D is the right answer. When a weak acid is added to magnesium, effervescence is seen, bubbles of gas is seen. Yes, weak acid contains also hydrogen ion. Hydrogen ion reacts with metal to produce hydrogen gas. For hydrogen gas, effervescence is seen. So when a weak acid is added to solid magnesium, effervescence is seen. D is the right answer. A is wrong answer. Why? Weak acid are always dilute aqueous solution. No, weak acid ionizes partially. This is not true. B, weak acid dissociates fully. No, weak acid dissociates partially. C, when a weak acid is added to blue litmus paper, it stays blue. No, weak acid contains hydrogen ion, so weak acid turns blue litmus paper to red. That's why answer is D. When a weak acid is added to solid magnesium, magnesium reacts with hydrogen ion containing acid to produce hydrogen gas. So D is the correct answer. Thank you, dear students.